I grew up in an environment that was all about doing the right thing. Love and acceptance was conditional on how well I held up on my end of the deal. I didn't know what it was like to have a personal relationship with God. Instead, I spent my time trying to behave and do right so everyone in my life would be pleased. And they were, more or less. That is, until I didn't. As I entered college, I gave up pretending to be perfect. In fact, I threw myself into the exact opposite. By 20, I was an unwed mother. I had 3 children by the age of 24. Alone, life was a huge struggle. I slid from relationship to relationship, desperately searching for happiness. But it never worked. I just kept getting lower and lower. I didn't think I could fall any further until I got the diagnosis. Doctors detected leukemia in my baby girl at the age of 6. Whitney, my blessing, my joy, was in the fight of her life. Nothing could have brought me any lower, any faster than those horrific words, "Your little girl has cancer." The floor beneath my feet gave way, and all the lights went out. I found myself extremely angry at God, as though He was punishing me for the mistakes of my past. "Why did you pick her? She's my blessing," I used to tell Him. I was frustrated, confused, and terrified. "What's going to happen, God? Won't you take me instead? I'm the one who made so many mistakes. Take me instead of her." But as I bargained with God, I realized He had something even better in mind. I discovered He actually wanted a deeper relationship with me, as imperfect as I was. A real connection with God began there in the darkest moment of my life. That was the turning point. Once I allowed Christ to begin really living in me and through me, I understood that He was my partner. Jesus was for me, not against me. And over the course of cancer treatments and an enormous volume of prayer, little Whitney went into remission. She was healed, but not because of my bargain with God. 15 years later, I can see now that God had a plan for me all along. He was showing me His faithfulness. God was giving Whitney a second chance at life. He was giving me one too. The doctor that cared for Whitney through that dreaded diagnosis eventually became my husband. God has given Tony and I a beautiful ministry to people facing cancer, and now we do it together. God had a plan for me through my pain, and He has an incredible one for my beautiful daughter, Whitney. I just know it. Today, I can praise Him for His faithfulness. Now I get to see miracles of spiritual and physical healing all the time through my work. And I've watched as my turn toward Jesus has led to that same personal encounter for all of my children. How can I not live for Him? My family and I are a part of Center Church because we have experienced the hope of Jesus that sees us through any struggle. I'm living proof that there is life on the other side of disappointments. There is hope in the hands of Jesus.